Whether you're upgrading to iOS 16 on an older iPhone or getting a brand new iPhone 14, there's a new photo feature that lets you find and delete duplicate images. Let's take a look at how it works and what iOS is doing behind the scenes when it makes those choices to deduplicate. Hey there, I'm Aaron from techphotoguy.com, and if you're like me, you have thousands of photos on your iPhone, and I'm sure you have some duplicates, whether you're using older apps that sometimes make copies as you edit, or you've converted to different formats for exporting. We can clean up those duplicates to free up space and make your photo library easier to manage. Let's look at how iOS 16 can help us do that. So let's dive in by going into the Photos app on your iPhone. And then if you tap Albums down at the bottom, that's going to get us where we need to go. And then scroll down to the bottom of the screen, you'll see there's a new section called Utilities. And in there, you're going to find an item to choose, Duplicates. When you tap on that, it's going to bring up what iOS thinks are duplicate photos in your photo library. And I just had a few of them. I was actually kind of surprised how few that it found. Now, one thing I will say is that iOS is maybe a little less aggressive than some third-party deduplication programs, but more on that in a moment. So once you're at these duplicated photos, you can go ahead and take a look. You'll see that iOS is showing you when they were captured. It's showing you the file size, which can be interesting. And over on the right-hand side, you'll see you have the option to merge. When you tap on merge, that's where the deduplication happens. You can let iOS merge those images. Now, a little bit more about that. The way that this feature works is when you merge, iOS is making what should be smart choices about which images to keep and which to delete. It makes those choices based on things like the file format, based on things like the file size. Since we know that if we're manually deduplicating photos, we want to keep, the highest resolution, we want to keep the highest quality image. And iOS is pretty smart about that. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it's not as aggressive as deduplicating as some other third-party apps that have been around for a little while. So if you're looking for kind of maybe the maximum storage space savings, you might find better results with a third-party application. But for casual use, and if you want to keep things safe where you're going to be certain you're not going to duplicate or delete something you don't want to lose, I really appreciate that Apple has given us this functionality in iOS 16. If you're not already subscribed, I'd suggest you do that down below, turn on notifications and all that fun stuff, because I'll be back with more iPhone and iOS photo tips very shortly. Take care.